Hey y'all, hey y'all, come on in. Good evening, y'all. Come on in. Thank you for joining me. We fixed to make something good and mighty tasty. Mighty tasty. Not much fat on this ground chuck at all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, come on in. I just cooked the ground beef, ground chuck. We finna make a taco pie. I'll let it go back in my meat. Hey. Good evening. Hey, Krista. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Tamara. Good evening. How is everybody doing this evening? I'm just draining this ground beef off. It didn't have a whole lot of grease on it. Oops, I'm making a mess. I am making a taco pie. It's what I'm making. See, it didn't have very much grease on it at all. That wasn't much for a pound. It's just the meat, no seasoning or anything. Just the meat. This off. Okay. Now, let me get y'all around. We're going to cut our veggies. Hey, Stuart, Patrice, Stuart, hey, Lakeisha, hey, Gigi, thank you for the stars, Gigi. Good evening. How is everybody doing? Hey, Lassie, thank you for the rabbit ears. Good evening, Sandra. Juanita, good evening. So now, y'all, I have an onion here, a white onion, and I'm going to cut up this up. Well, after you cut all your stuff, this is not really a hard dish. And it's so good. And it can feed a lot of people too. That's 1 pound of ground beef. It's one of them dishes that grows. So I don't want to lose a finger on this dish, so that's why I'm watching what I'm doing. I'm watching exactly what I'm doing. I'm watching my fingers. It's what I'm doing. So good evening, y'all. Come on in, and I thank you for joining me. This is a good dish too. I mean, usually in the fall of the year, which will be soon, you can keep this dish around. Now I'm gonna tell you. And let's put the onions over here. Y'all, it's a scammer in here, James Reagan, so please do not respond. So I'm just putting the onions in here. Okay. We gonna let those get tender. Let's cut up our bell pepper. Hey, Shirley. Again, hey, Rachel. Hey, Doris and Denise. I thank y'all for joining me. Hey, Kevin and Cynthia. So now this. And I'm just using this yellow bell pepper. You can use any color you want. But this is what I have. So I'm using this, and I need to use it because it's on this last leg, too. I'm probably going to use half of it. What y'all having for dinner? Good evening, Rose and Irma. Good evening, guys. I thank y'all so very, very much for joining me this evening. Yeah, this pepper on its last leg. I'm glad I looked in there and found it. Smells good. I love the smell of peppers. What y'all having for dinner? Good evening, Violet, Charles, Lee Ann. Hey, how y'all doing? Listen, if this is any of your first time cooking with me, welcome. I thank you for joining me this evening. Please do come again. You might get some ideas. I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook that's been cooking a very long time. I always have to say that because I don't claim being a chef. Not at all. I'm just an old-fashioned cook. So now let's put these peppers in there. I could get y'all a little closer because I'm fixing to season that up. This is just a few simple, I'm going to turn my skillet up here. Good evening, Linda and Deborah Waters. Dolores Palomar, good evening. Travis, hey, how you doing, Travis? Good evening to you. Turn that up a little bit. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Good evening, Helen and Gloria Winfield. If you're new here, leave it in the comments. Just let me know so I know where you're watching from. Just leave it in the comments. Now let me show y'all just a few of the ingredients that I'm going to use. Oh, and I'm going to. Onion powder, because that caked up. I see it though. I don't know why this onion powder do that. Over the stove. You right, the heat. Well, I'm going to have to move it because this is the second one has done that. So you want to just cook this till your vegetables get tender. That's all. And you're going to use a few simple ingredients. Hey, Preacher Francis, good evening. And I'll let you see those ingredients as I... Shout out to the members at the church. Oh, yeah, and I would like to give a shout out to all the members of Mount Pisgah Church in Lynette, Alabama, for your graciousness and your hospitality. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. So now let's get back down here. Y'all see? I'm just letting these get tender. After this part here, it's gonna go rather quickly. Smells so good. Yes, it does. Let me start adding. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. Oh, I need my red pepper flakes. Oh boy. I'm going. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna add some onion powder. I'm gonna add some black pepper. Just a tad of black pepper. Now you, oh, that ain't been open. I know. Everything seems to be taller than me this evening. I'm gonna add some black pepper, huh? Yeah. Seems like I'm just reaching up. I like this thing. Woo. Put this off the stove. Give that a stir. Smells so good. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells good. Now I'm gonna add a can of these green chilies, but I'm gonna drain them right quick. Now, can of green chilies. Give it just a hit of garlic. Y'all, if y'all could smell, if only we had smell-o-vision. Smell app. An app you could download and smell. Ooh, this smells so good. Now I got a can of chili beans I'm going to add, but I'm going to drain these as well. This is so good, y'all. You will love it. You will love it. And you see how it's growing now. This is just 1 pound of ground chuck. Is all this is, 1 pound. Grandson loved this dish here. He's waiting on it. Waiting on it. Okay? Waiting on it. Okay. So now I'm going to put it this taco seasoning. Medium ancho chili. If y'all can use this brand, Mateo's. If it's where you are, this is a good flavor. It's very flavorful. Wish you could smell it. Okay. I'm only using about half of it. Now we're going to add this whole can of tomato paste. It has a rich tomatoey flavor, and it's thick too. Good afternoon, Betty Mosley, Faith Williams. Yes, Faith, it is gonna be yum, yum. Yes, ma'am, it is. It's gonna absolutely be yum, yum. Now, I am not, it's up to you, but I am not adding any salt to this. I figured with the seasonings and the soup I'm going to add broth, the beef broth, that'll be plenty enough, if that makes sense to you. Plenty enough. And I just came up with some plenty enough. And I'm going to try to keep it in this one pan. Okay, now we got 1 cup of broth here. Turn it up a little bit. How's it looking so far? Y'all give me a thumbs up if this looking so far. If it's looking good. Good evening, Terry Brewer and Karen. Good evening, what you say, Homestyle Cooking with Miss Deb? Save you some, I will. Good evening, Thomasine from Oklahoma. Thank you for joining me. Ruby Lee. Gloria. Yeah, girl. Hey, Lady in Red, how you doing? Lady in Red, I got everything you told me to get for the soak, and I'm going to do it. But actually, it's feeling a little bit better. So now let's go in with our liquid. And I don't know how much I'm going to use. That was a cup, because you don't want it too wet. You want it thick. And that looks good. That looks real good, right like that. Because y'all, this gonna have to bake in the oven now. It's gonna have to bake in the oven for about 30-35 minutes until your cornbread cooks. Okay. That looks good right there. Y'all see that? Put a little red pepper flakes in it. Not too many, and this is optional. You can leave the red pepper flakes out if you like, but we like a little kick. And I think I'm gonna have to. I'm I'm just gonna turn this down while we get our cornbread ready. Oh, that's mighty good. That's mighty good. Just the right amount of spice. Christine, that was garlic. Hey, Carolyn Jones from Baltimore, Maryland. Hey, Deborah Green, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Travis, them red pepper flakes add just a little sass to it. Just a little bit. Hey, Rachel. So now these my onions. That's going to be the topping. So, these are some tomatoes I sprinkle with a little salt to draw the water out of them. Y'all see that? Because I didn't want all that juice in my, I didn't want all that juice. So now, let's spread these tomatoes on now. Now you can use canned tomatoes. I'm gonna turn that off. Or you can use fresh tomatoes. But I chose, of course, I chose to use the fresh ones. Okay. Pull that on off the eye. So, hey, Mary Allen and Dolores 3 and Samantha, I thank y'all for joining me. What you need, babe?
Yeah, I'm good.
Huh?
I'm good, babe.
Okay.
Yeah, these are sort of gonna be kind of cool.
Nope, you can drink them little ones so fast. So that's how we looking, guys. So now let's get over here and do the rest of our stuff. Of course. Good evening, Adele and Rita. I love you too, Rita. So now, what we doing now? Hey, baby.
Yeah.
I'm using Jiffy cornbread, guys, and I'm using, come get this other box of Jiffy. I had gotten one box down, but...
Was you too short for the other?
Yeah, I'm too short to reach the other box, and I wouldn't count on doing the other box, but since I think I need it since I'm...
Make sure I take Wayne corn song tomorrow. Well, I don't know, Trey, I might be able to take Wayne.
You might be able to take mine. Trey gonna eat this. Grandson, hey, Daryl. Hey, Adela and Mary Ellen. Well, thank you, Mary. 2 boxes of Jiffy cornmeal mix. I think that's 2 cups. Anyway, I'm hoping at 2 cups. Let me get me another egg in the milk. Boy. Okay. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Hey, Judy. What you said, B, what you fixing to do? Good evening. I hope you have a wonderful day, Miss D. Please say a prayer for me. I had a bad fall. Oh, B, I'm so sorry, girl. Well, of course, B, I'll be praying that you recover soon. Wow, I'm so sorry. Y'all, I really think this is too much. I don't want that much. I should have used a box and a half. But this is a big pan, so I'll go ahead on. So I'm using whole milk. One egg. Y'all, would y'all look at him? Y'all want to see something funny? I pull this egg out. I just reached in and got an egg out. Somebody had put a boiled egg back in the container. This is a hard boiled egg. I wonder who did that. Let me get an egg. I just tell you the truth. Good evening, Gloria. Good evening, Lurie. Byron's doing, he's doing okay. Judy Byron has his moments. He's doing okay. Now, I don't want this as thin as it would be if I were making cornbread. I don't want it that thin, so I actually want it a little thick. Hey, Lossie. Well, Lossie, you probably telling the truth. I probably was the one who put that egg back in there. Hey, Antoinette. Brittany. Katie Pass. Friday, August the 9th. Good evening, Florine. Good evening, Linda. Hey, Gwendolyn. Well, okay. So we got our topping. Let's get back over to the stove. Good evening, Carolyn. How you doing? Welcome, Carolyn. So, this is it. Now, y'all know it just wouldn't be right without some cheese. So I'm going to use this Mexican blend cheese. No, it wouldn't be right. I got my oven preheated on 375. I just want to use this cheese first. Thank you for the stars, Florine. Thank you, Brittany. Good evening, Tarenda. Okay, guys. Let's cheese it up. This is cheese is a little clumped up, but it'll be okay. I need to use this, so it'll be fine. It'll melt in the oven. Try to smooth it out as best you can. Now I'm going to put some of this on top. I'm trying to do is get a good layer of cheese on here. Good layer of cheese. Okay. Boy, I hope this don't bubble over. I'm gonna put this on a... And now, we're gonna layer our cornbread. We want it to go all the way to the edge. Now we're gonna move this gently out to the edge, and this is like that. Okay, and I'm fixing to sit this on a baking sheet because I just feel it in my spirit. This is going to bubble over. Oh, it's heavy. And so that's how it's looking. Oven preheated. 375. Oh, that's heavy. Put your rack in the middle. Put your rack in the middle of the oven, and I'm going to cook time for 30 minutes. And then I'll check it. 33. Yeah. And then I will check it. So guys, I'm not going to keep y'all on here no 33 minutes while that cooks. Hey, Ann, Ruthie, and hello, Florine from Amarillo, Texas. Good evening. Well, thank you, Gloria, for welcoming all the newcomers. You are in good company over here. Hey, Vicki Ross. Hey, Karen. We are no drama. We love each other. We try to learn from each other. We pray for each other. We uplift each other. We inspire each other. We try to just stay positive and close to the Lord. Stay in His Word. Stay on His path. So let me, I'm just going to clean up now, guys. I'm just cleaning up. And if any of y'all try this recipe, let me know. I always like to hear from you guys when y'all try these recipes. I love to hear from you. Good evening, Shell Wade. Sandra Jackson, hi. So yeah, y'all, if y'all try, and anytime you try any recipe, y'all let me know how your family or how you like it or whoever you fix it for, how they like it. So now I'm old. Hey, Donna. It's a taco pie, Ruth, a taco pie. Hey, Stacy from Oakland, good evening. Mary Jo Woods, good evening. Catherine Hall. So I'm going to cut a few of these green onions. Y'all know I love onions, so I'm going to cut a few. Wipe that off. I love these little mats here, I sure do. They were gifted to me. I got the cookie jar and towels to match. And I love them. Okay. Cut me some onions. Hello, Michelle. Hey, Don. It's almost like a shepherd's pie, Don, but it's just got taco seasons, and it doesn't have the what I'm trying to say, potatoes. Doesn't have the potatoes. Thank you for the stars, Teresa girl. Thank you, thank you. Yes, and black pepper, Monica. Both of them, both of them. So I ain't gonna cut but a few. And you can, cause I'm gonna top this mine with some of these onions and probably a little salsa, little sour cream. Shucks, you can top it with what you want to top it with. You sure can. Top it with just whatever you want to top it with. I got an avocado. I don't know whether it's ripe yet. I hate to open it. It's dark, but it's not really firm. I mean, it's firm. You know, it doesn't have no give to it. I like, you know, when I press them, they go in a little bit. These don't. Hey, Don. Hey, Mira. Hey, Tamira Dale. Hello. How you doing? Oh, okay, Derek Lampkin. Birmingham in the house. Okay, Derek. What part of Birmingham you live in, Derek? Where in Birmingham you live? Okay, try it, Rose. Hey, Myrtle. Oh, Tamira, my mother-in-law, Barry, Katie, you may have heard me mention Katie. Well, Katie passed on the 9th of August. Yep, I'm going to sit down and talk to y'all a little while because that's about it. I don't want to open my avocado because it's not quite soft enough. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Monica and Eartha, good evening. Brandy, Rhodey, good evening. I am Rhodey. When this taco pie come out of the oven, we're gonna eat, and it's a wrap. I'll watch TV and answer messages and do a few things, everything I can do from my bed for the rest of the evening, take me a hot shower, and from there on, everything will be done from my bed. Yeah, this is my apron string. The top of this apron has a tie on it. And so, wasn't anybody here but me to tie it, so I just wrapped around my neck and tied in the front. And Ruthven, let me see where you watching from. And I'm watching from Bakersville, California. Okay, well, welcome, Ann Rothany. Hey, Annie Reeves. Karen from Oldville, Alabama. Well, thank you, Tamira Dale. It was beautiful, Dawn. Yes, her service was beautiful. I just hate I did not put the name of the church because it was live streamed. And I hate I did not put the name of the church up there. Somehow I guess it just never dawned on me. I did make the announcement that it was going to be live stream, but I told nobody where you could go watch it at live stream. And, but she had a beautiful service, simply beautiful celebration. It was not sad at all. I mean, not sad. It was just a beautiful celebration of life. And there is going to be a plaque placed in the Capitol building in Montgomery in her honor, a plaque on the wall at the Capitol for all her service. She, for her service, not to just her community, but she served on state level on 2 boards. So, yeah. And Byron and I'll go for that when they put it up. Good evening, Diamond and Brandy and Angela from Stringer, Mississippi. Welcome, Angela. And Elizabeth Cardonia from Uvalde, Texas. Welcome. Good evening, Marsha Taylor. Yes, Tamira, that is good. Hey, Stewart. Patricia Stewart. It's hot in Houston. Well, y'all, I cannot complain about this Alabama day. We've had beautiful weather here. Beautiful weather. I don't think we got no higher than the low 80s today. So it was beautiful. Hello, Marsha from Edmonton, Oklahoma. It's cold in Kentucky, Mira. Well, now, I am not quite ready for cold weather, but I am glad to have a relief for some of the heat we've been having. Hey, Jacqueline Rivers, how you doing this evening? So, guys, we got 22 minutes. I'm not going to hold y'all here that long. Anybody got a question for me? Okay, Karen, last night, you were in the 60s in Virginia. Well, we were down to 60 last night. You getting a lot of rain in New York. Hey, Hattie, how you doing? Travis, you know what? She probably not resting because Katie was a worker. She was a worker. She and her sister said, as growing up, Katie was that same way. She was always involved in extracurricular activities, always. So Katie was a worker. And she probably is up there now working. Enchilada Dorito pie. That's what your mom used to call it, Brandy. Well, you could because you could top it. I mean, with this recipe, it's so many ways you could go. You don't have to top it with this cornbread. You can top it with Doritos or corn chips. You don't have to put a meat in it. As a matter of fact, this recipe, when I first saw it originally, and I modified it. I got it it's a vegan recipe. I got it out of a book that I picked up a couple of years, a cookbook from the Dollar Tree. And it was a tomato tamale pie, I believe. And it had no meat in it. It was a vegan recipe. I modified it. See, that's what I tell you about making recipes your own. I modified it with the meat and the cheese. That's all. And instead of, I think, on the original recipe, they used canned tomatoes and fresh tomatoes. I just used the fresh tomatoes. I didn't use the canned tomatoes. And on the original recipe, they had no cheese. So, yeah. Good to see you, Tricia. So, yeah. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, when it comes to cooking, there is no right or wrong. It's just a matter of personal preference. Oh, Tamir, that sound good. Chicken and fried cabbage, that sound good. But it's no right or wrong in cooking. It's just your personal preference. It's how you want to prepare your food, and it's up to what your palate prefer. You can have one basic recipe and turn into 100 different recipes. I imagine you could use ground chicken with the same recipe. You don't have to use the ground beef, or you could use ground pork. You could leave out the beans. You could add corn to it if you like. I mean, you can take a basic recipe and turn it into your own. That's why I don't understand why people argue over this my recipe, that's my recipe. As when it comes to cooking, there's nothing new under the sun, okay? It's nothing new, because I'm sure even with me changing this recipe, making it the way I like, somebody has done it before, and so what? Don't matter. Hey, Mary Ella Chambers, how you doing? Hey, favorite Jazz, I have made salmon patties on here a number of times. It'll be easy. Go to the catalog, my catalog, and you see salmon patties. Good evening, Genovia Tracy Jones. Thank you for joining me. Well, I'm glad, Mary Ella, that you're feeling better. So, guys, I'm going to have to post a picture of this taco pie. I thank you for joining me. I am Deborah. Thank you. Thank you, Tamira. Well, I thank all of y'all. Absolutely, Rhoda, it's cooking. So I just don't see why people get into it about recipes. I don't see why. We all have different ways of doing it, different ways of cooking, different palates. And I'm sure somebody else has cooked it before. You are welcome, Karen. You are so welcome. Hey, Julia Turner. Oh, Teresa, you know you can go back and watch the replay, girl, because I am fixing to go. So, guys, I love you. I thank y'all. I thank you for the stars. I thank y'all for joining me. Remember, sharing is caring, so y'all please share the love. If you share, you'll care. If you share, I know you care. And if you care, you will share. Y'all have the most amazing rest of your evening. And until I see you again, love, peace, and blessings. Bye-bye, guys. And I'm going to post a picture as soon as it comes out of the oven.